Hello, my beautiful loved ones. I need you to listen to exactly what I have to say. A lot of us want to manifest at a very fast rate, and this is how you do it. I'm going to give you the basics, right? And I also want you to understand I'm not actually giving you within the purest form. I'm just giving you the structure. Pretty soon, I will have a course on this, but as for right now, I just need you to know this, okay? So, the first thing you want to do is imagine it in your mind, right? First thing when you wake up, you want to lay down and you want to literally imagine everything you want in your mind. Be very detailed. And specifically, what I want to tell you is focus on one thing. Do not focus on a lot of things when you first start this process, okay? Because the more you can focus on one thing, the more you can amplify it, okay? And then what you want to do next is give it as much detail as possible and stay in the present moment. Do not go too far into the past and do not go into the future. Be very detailed, articulate, okay? Now, then you want to go ahead and think about the future. You want to look at the outcome. Don't get too attached, right? Along the journey along the way. Just imagine exactly what you want the outcome to be, right? Again, be as detailed as possible. Very detailed. Be as detailed as possible. Now, once you do this step, you want to go ahead, get up, and then you want to meditate on it, okay? You want to meditate so deeply on this that you can feel your body begin to change just a little bit, right? Because we are what is called frequency. Now, the importance of this is you want to do what I'm telling you every single day. Do not skip one day without doing this. As a matter of fact, I want you to do it multiple times throughout the day. Okay? You don't actually have to lay down multiple times throughout the day, but I want you to repeat that thought at least 3 to 5 times a day. And when I say repeat that thought, I want it to be as beautiful as possible. I'll get more into that in a different video. But I want you to repeat that multiple times throughout the day. Then I want you to give and write down, right? Write everything down that I'm telling you. But I really want you to write down how you think you're going to get there and what plans you're going to implement for you to accomplish these things, right? Why? Because momentum is very important. When you put in the work with the thought, it happens that much faster, right? Very important. When you listen to songs and when you watch things, you want to watch things that surround exactly what you want. Why? Because frequency, the consistency of certain frequencies amplify exactly what you want. Now, this is not magic. This is not sorcery. This is simple. This is chemistry. This is simple physics, right? When you focus on something, it happens, right? When you want something to happen so bad, it literally keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening. I need you to understand this process. Now, the next thing you're going to do is be in a state of awareness, right? And when I say state of awareness, I'm going to teach you a few things. Now, for those who already watch me, they already know and understand frequency almost inside and out. But I'm going to give you a quick gem, right? We are made out of particles, okay? The things that hold these particles together is literally called frequency. They call it noise. They have a machine that they can actually see the individual little particles that make us up, and when they freeze them, it's a blurry vision. This blurry vision that they see is actually noise. When you remove the noise, you see the particles. This is what we are all made out of. We are literally made out of frequency. This is why they have different machines that can either bring us together or they can tear us apart. They actually have weapons of mass destruction made with just frequency by itself. Why? Because this is what make us up. Okay? So now when you hit the frequency of consistency, now when you hit the frequency of motivation, now when you hit the frequency of determination, and now when you do the frequency of to understand something at a competitive state, right? These things begin to happen, these things begin to generate, and when you master it, it happens almost instantaneously. Okay? It's very important for you to know. I'm giving you the game, I'm giving you the jewels. Pay attention. Okay? Now, after this, and I'll give you examples really quickly. Let me just give you a quick example. Now, you realize if those who are really in tune, when you listen to negative music, right, you realize that it starts to impact your life negatively. Rather, you have a negative thought, rather, something happens right after you listen to the music over and over and over and over again. You got to understand, like certain things, even in the music, they may have a powerful, like, yo, let's go, let's go, let's go. But if it has anything negative into it, your journey will have a negative aspect to it. Now, very simple. That's a very simple combo. It's very simple. If you want to do the research, go look into it later on. But what I am telling you are facts. You just have to pay attention. You have to be so mindful that you understand exactly how your brain and everything calibrates and how it calculates these things to precise measurements to understand why manifestation can be so simple, right? Once you do this, watch the little changes that happen within your life, right? Certain things will begin to tweak just a little bit. You'll start seeing different things happen and move exactly how you want it to. You will see things align how you want it to. Be consistent. I don't care how discouraged you get. Okay? Be consistent. The more consistent you are, even if you don't feel like doing something, the more it happens. Eventually, that little that force that's like pushing against you as you're trying to complete your mission, that force is because previously you had a lot of doubts. Previously, you were not already doing this. And what your mind was, the state your mind was in before, is actually trying to wean its way out. So it's still the frequency, still the previous frequency still has to play out, right? Until you rearrange the new one. This is what the government does. This is what scare tactics are, right? This is what scary movies do, right? A lot of these things are not scary at all. However, when they put the fear factor in, this is what we remember. Very important. But I'm going to end it here and I will continue later. But do those steps first and see how far you get. You will literally change your life and become the director of your life. And that's where you want to be. Thank you. I love you, Ashe.